It's AaroniMoses. And for you guys who don't know, there are people willing to give you money to answer questions. Now, I got this video request. Actually, he didn't request it. We were chatting, and basically he was telling me that he didn't know how to get these surveys and things like that. So I offered to make this video for him, for all the other homies. Shout out to Johnny Boy Blaze. All right, let's get into it. So first of all, focus groups. Focus groups are basically just surveys where you show up. There's a person that's hired by, we'll just say Coca-Cola. There's a person that's hired by the marketing strategy team of Coca-Cola to find people who like Coca-Cola and people who dislike Coca-Cola and ask them questions. All you do basically is you sit in a room. First you brainstorm as a group. They ask you questions for an hour. You might have to taste the product. At the end, they give you anywhere from $75 to $200, sometimes even $300, sometimes even $400 for the quickest one I've ever done was 15 minutes. 15 minutes to 3.5 hours. Boom, $400, $320 something dollars. And this is legit. It's legit. I've been doing this since I was 18. In Chicago and Atlanta. I had one here, but I didn't go. All right, so first, what you need to know is where to find these focus groups. If you live in a big city, if you live in, I'd say the top 10 biggest cities in America or metropolis, metropolitan areas. So we have New York, LA, Chicago, Philly, Maricopa County, Arizona, Dallas, Houston, Dade County, I think Washington, D.C., Detroit, Minnesota, any of these places, Denver, Seattle. These places, actually Seattle's a pretty big one. These places have different companies that you can go through. So we have, I'm just going to name the biggest ones. Fieldwork, NDR, which is National Data Research, and Focus Point Global. Go on the website, register, and if you need to, which I totally recommend, you can go to a website or just actually Google this, findfocusgroups.com. No, actually Google find focus groups. Just Google that phrase, and it should be something called findfocusgroups.com or focus groups in your area. You can also go on Craigslist and go to etc, etc, gigs, and then type in focus groups or research or focus studies, things like that. And it literally works. I put all the homies on it, bro. Atlanta's so big with this shit right now. But the thing is, a lot of them are in Johns Creek. If you live in Atlanta, shout out to Atlanta, man. I'm coming home soon, baby. I'm gonna be back out there. But I'm gonna give you some tips first. Oh, and then shut it down. First thing you need to know, if you live in Chicago, shout out to Chicago. I miss you already, baby. If you live in Chicago, there's a place that you can go on the north side. I forgot what the fucking site's called. It's something like Med Studies or some shit like that. It's on the north side. It's by what the fuck is the name of that? It's by I think it's technically in Lincoln Park, but they have pretty legit medical studies. I stray away from medical studies. I don't like people putting shit in my body that's not supposed to be there. I don't test medicines. I got one in Atlanta actually where they were gonna test a new drug for anthrax. And they for you to be able to do this, you had to get a blood test. And after the blood test, that's the first time I've ever gotten blood drawn from me. And it was weird. It felt like somebody was sucking the life out of me, literally, because I was tired. I smoked a cigarette right after. I got fucking high. I felt stoned when I smoked that square. I declined, and they still gave me $50 because they took my blood, and I had to go back there, and they wanted to start me on the shit. It was just a whole bunch of, it was just a whole bunch of nonsense. You know, there was people having bad reactions. They're having rashes from the shit. Nah, fuck that. So no medical studies, don't test medicines, don't none of that shit. They'll pay you like $2,000, $3,000 over the course of 6 months. Don't get me wrong, but that's just not for me. If it's for you, go ahead, do it. The first thing is you got to know how to study, not how, not how to study. You have to know how to survey. You have to know what questions to say yes and no to. The most important thing that you have to know is if they ask you if you work for any of these companies, say no. Don't say that you work for any of the. If you are getting a McDonald's survey, don't say that you work for fast food. Don't say that you work at a fast food restaurant. Don't say that you've ever worked in a kitchen. Don't say that shit. All right. If the survey is on entertainment or a TV show, don't say that your fucking dad works in the entertainment business. Don't say that you don't know anybody in this industry and that you never worked in this industry and that you don't work for this industry. All right, that's the most important thing. Second, they're usually looking for people that they consider normal. So middle class or upper middle class. You make more than fucking $30,000, less than $75,000. You own your own car. You rent a house. Things. You're a full-time student. You're a full-time employee. One of those. Because when you say that you don't have a job, I mean, they're looking for a specific person every time. So they might want a low class. I mean, somebody from the lower class who's unemployed, who has 3 kids, who never graduated high school. But typically, the bulk of them I've gotten because I've answered that I was middle class, made more than 40, less than 75, own a car, rent my house, part-time student, full-time worker, you know, things like that. Next, I got a survey on uveitis. It was an over-the-phone 1-hour survey for $200. I swear to God on my son's life. I had to do research on uveitis. It's an eye condition. I had to do research on it in order to keep this conversation going with her for the whole hour, to make it seem legit, to make it feel real, and so I wasn't wasting anybody's time. I mean, I did waste her time because I obviously don't have uveitis, but I mean, she got her job done. I got my fucking money. Everybody went home happy. You know what I mean? I got $200 for that in 1 hour, bro. But it did take me knowing that I was going to get that survey, researching uveitis for 30 minutes to an hour, taking these notes, and regurgitating that information to her. Next, make sure that you're on time. They will not give you the fucking money if you're late. Make sure that you're on time at all costs. If you knew what the fuck I had to do to get to some of these surveys that were downtown is like the worst part of Chicago to be in during the winter. And I stayed on the north side. I did not stay close to downtown. I had to get on the fucking train at Rosemont on the Blue Line all the way to fucking either Jackson Station or Chicago Station and walk my ass about a half a mile to the fucking to the either by the Sears Tower or by the Federal Reserve or by the Trump Tower across from that fucking bridge. All right? Be on fucking time. Next, you gotta know, you have to know your city. And I wish I was doing this in New York, because if I was in New York, I would have cleaned the fuck up. But some of these people see thousands of people. I don't want to say every. Well, if they live in New York or Chicago, yeah, they see thousands of people every day, but they do recognize faces. I've seen these people and made eye contact, and I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna kick me out. But that's not his job to monitor who the fuck's doing these surveys. But you know, some of the surveys that I've done, they are they're questions that you need to have some general knowledge about. Like my favorite one, Tragon. Tragon market research. Why? Because they pay you to drink fucking beer, to try wine, to try alcoholic beverages. Oh, dude, I was on that shit. I was all over that shit. They gave me $125 to drink a fucking, what the fuck was it? It was a. They gave me one for red Zapple. They gave me one for purple still reserve, for some grape still reserves. They gave me one for Mike's Hard. They gave me one for some kind of nasty ass wine that made my fucking head hurt. I had to drink like, they got me fucked up. They got me wasted, and then they make you sit in a room for a fucking hour so you sober down, because legally they can't let you out. And they feed you chips and make you drink water and crackers and shit. And that shit, bro, if you need some extra money, you need to fucking set up a big ass network, like them on Facebook, follow them on Twitter, turn on your, you need to create a Twitter just to follow all these focus groups. Turn on the notifications. Every time they post a survey, you'll get the notification. Fill it out. Alright? So next, one way to the finesse. If you don't have an ID, or let's say you lost your ID, or let's say you're just paranoid, you can call them the same day, like 3 hours before, tell them you don't have an ID. They'll still let you do it. 9 times out of 10, they will still let you do it. If it's for alcohol, if it's for taste testing alcohol, they won't let you do it under any circumstances. Next, you need to know somebody. You need to know at least 4 other people that you can put onto these surveys, because a lot of the times they give you a little like $10-$20 bonus the next time that you do a survey with them, or every time that somebody does a survey with them. So that's always fucking good. If you need somebody to replace you, you can put on the homies instead of putting on a stranger. Sometimes they need you to have a partner. Sometimes, for the alcohol shit, they need you to have a designated driver for that. And for that one, bro, the whole family was eating. I lived about 20 minutes away from Tragon. Tragon's in Deerfield. I stayed in Arlington Heights. So they give you $50 in gas to show up for your designated driver. It's for some of them are 2 days long. Some of them are just 1 day, a little 30 minutes or an hour and a half, and some of them are like 3 days long. So the one for Tragon, they give you $25 a day in gas for your designated driver, and they give you your $200 on the 3rd day at the very end. That's a lick. $75 just for spending fucking little $10, not even $10 in gas. That was a fucking lick. I got all these goddamn flies in my fucking house because we had to move a little bit of furniture, and she was doing some other shit. I don't remember what the fuck she was doing. Last thing, set up different emails and just know how to finesse. Know that this shit's legit, bro. Don't trust me. Don't trust me because it's me. Trust me because it's the truth. It's facts. I will not tell you this shit. If you stay in one of these top cities, even fucking OKC has fucking focus groups. If you stay in a well-populated city, then you're in the fucking money, bro. You should have a car if you don't have any public transportation around you to take you to these places. But bro, take advantage. Get that money, man. Go get that shit, bro. It's free. I'm telling you. Fucking some of these shits are gonna be like an hour and a half. They're not gonna kick you out if you don't contribute your ideas too much. Always say that you're outgoing. The common sense shit. Definitely use your common sense when you answer these questions, these qualification questions. Plant a lot of seeds. You're not gonna fill one out and get that one. Fill out like 20 of those bitches, bro. Use different emails, use different phone numbers. You can't use different names because you need to show your ID. But fill out like 10. If you fill 20 out, I guarantee you'll get one for $100 for 1 hour. That's it, man. It's Aaron Moses. Hopefully I fucking helped you. Like this video, share this video. Everybody needs to know this. Comment, subscribe. That's it, man. Show some love and love yourself. Go get that fucking money. That's it. Peace.